Hey there everyone, welcome to another TRC Shave and Chat video. My name is Brian and I'll be your host today for this video. In today's video, we are going to be featuring First Line Shave's Fallout, along with the matching splash. I have the Leaf Twig razor to be used in today's video, and I've used my PAA Starcraft brush, and we are all lathered up in my Lancaster bowl here and ready to go. So first thing is on the Leaf Twig. If you've never seen or tried the Twig, this is a very unique razor, and it is a single edge razor, and it uses a half DE blade. So in order to open it, you just twist the bottom here, and the top will turn and open. And then it does come with some half DE blades already, and you can buy half DE blades. But what I like is that you could take a regular DE blade, and this is a Gillette Nasset blade, and you can basically just fold it in half in the paper there, and it will snap. You hear the one snap, two snaps, and there you have a half DE. And then I'll carefully unwrap it here, and I'll save the one half for later. And then so now I have a half of a DE blade, which then I will place inside the twig there, and then I will tighten it. It is kind of strange, the mechanism to tighten or to loosen and tighten kind of goes the opposite way of what you normally do when you loosen or tighten something. And tighten that up. I got a misaligned there. User error. There we go. And we're all tightened up. And there you go, blade is in there. All right, so I'm gonna wet the face and we'll get started. By the way, some of you may recognize me. I do have my own YouTube channel called The Wet Shave Experience. So if you have not checked out that channel, I'll put that link to it in the description, and be much appreciated if you would check it out at some point if you haven't already. All right, so again, we're going with Fallout. This is so I chose this scent today for a couple of reasons. One, we're just getting into fall here, and this is a great fall scent. Two, there's some blue in here. So I follow a group on Instagram called BBS Live. They do some Instagram live shows every other Thursday. And if you're on Instagram and you haven't checked them out, I would encourage you to check them out. Just a fun group of guys. They have a lot of fun giveaways. And Jason from the Razor Company is a huge supporter of their live broadcasts. Is also a supporter of many charities. So one of the things that they come up with, the theme of the week. The theme for this week is called Meso Week because it's supporting a fellow wet shaver, Kim Gray, who has mesothelioma. And so blue is the color, so I chose this because it has some blue in it to kind of support BBS's support of Kim Gray, who is dealing with and fighting cancer with the mesothelioma. So that's kind of why, a couple of reasons why I chose the shave that I chose today, as well as the fact that I'm just a big fan of First Line Shave. You can pick this up here at the Razor Company. And this is the scent is based on a fragrance called Tuxedo. And so the scent notes on this are violet leaf accord. Get the lather off my lips there. Bergamot oil, coriander seed, rose oil, lily of the valley, black pepper, ambergris, patchouli, vanilla, and bourbon. And it's all a very, very well blended scent. It's very difficult to pick out any of the specific notes. It's not very floral, so if you're worried about the rose and the lily, I don't really get a lot of floralness out of it. I get more of just a kind of, I don't want to say dark, but yeah, I guess kind of dark. Really nice. I get the vanilla, I get a little bit of the bourbon, I get some of the ambergris, and it's just a really, really nice scent. And I mean, this is definitely a date night scent, I think, in my opinion. So if you're looking for something for fall and you never picked this up or tried this, and you want a date night type scent, I think, in my opinion, this kind of fits that bill very well. It is definitely one of my favorite scents in the den. It smells really, really fantastic to me. I think this came out, I want to say last year, maybe the year before. I can't remember. It's definitely been out for a while. And this is in First Line Shaves 3.0 base, which is a really, really excellent base. Definitely one of my top 5 bases. Really, really easy to lather. They have a lot of great scents. They have some new ones that I haven't picked up yet. I didn't pick up James this summer, which was their summer scent. And I have not picked up yet their 90s Rewind, which is inspired by CK1 scent. I remember having CK1, Calvin Klein CK1 back in the day. And so I definitely want to pick that one up. Been on a bit of a spending freeze lately, so I haven't had a chance to pick those up yet, but I will at some point, hopefully. They're not limited runs. Particularly the 90s Rewind. But this is just a fantastic, fantastic scent. All right, let's get into the second pass. This is a mister, just has water in it. Get that off my ear there and my nose. As far as the razor goes, I really, really like the leaf Twig. This razor is also available on the Razor Company's website. It's not a very expensive razor. I think I want to say it's around $60 if I remember right. Something like that. Just a really, really great base. Nice and creamy, plenty of slickness. Anyways, this is a pretty mild razor. They do make one called the Leaf Thorn, which is the same as this, but it's a little bit more aggressive. The Twig is a little less aggressive, which suits my shaving preferences to be a little bit less aggressive. The other thing that I really like about this is that, oops, we're going against the grain here, is as a single edge, what I like is that you can use, like I said, you can buy half DE blades, or you can simply break a standard DE blade in half and use the half blade. And that's one of the features of this razor that I really like, is that you could choose whatever razor blade brand you like and throw it in here, and you're not spending a bunch of money on a very specific blade like you might have to do with an artist style club or even an injector blade. And there are different manufacturers of those, but those blades tend to be more expensive. Now, I know some say you can get more shaves out of an injector blade than you can out of a standard DE blade. I don't know that to be true or not, so I can't speak to that, but I have heard some shavers say that. I do have an injector razor, but I have not used it a ton to really be able to test that theory. But to me, this is just an excellent, excellent shaver at a really nice price point. I think the half DE blades are a little bit more expensive if you buy them already kind of half. But still, they're still less expensive than buying artist style or injector style blades. All right, let's go in for the third pass. And this razor is mild enough for me. I don't have particularly thick beard growth, so my hair is not particularly thick, nor is my beard growth particularly dense. So I don't really need a super aggressive razor. And I am pretty much a Monday through Friday shaver. I don't usually shave on the weekends, but I don't really shave every 3-4 days typically. And so I don't really need something that's more aggressive with a large blade gap. So I'm looking for something that's more of an everyday type shaver. And for me, this really fits the bill. It's mild enough to use every day. It's pretty efficient. I think it's very easy to find the blade angle on your face. It's very intuitive. It's kind of given to you a little bit by the shape of the head or the geometry of the razor. You can see it's very slanted. It's a pretty light razor. It's definitely not heavy. So it's not as light as maybe some aluminum razors that I've tried, like the Henson. But it is not heavy. I mean, it does have an interesting shape to the handle, but I actually find that where the knurling is in the right spot for me. So doesn't slip in my hand at all. The handle is quite comfortable in my hand. I don't do the typical against the grain in the mustache area. I just kind of pull the skin in some weird directions. Kind of get a little bit. I also like the sleekness of the head. It makes it much easier for me to get up and around my nose. For me, sometimes when a razor has a bulky top cap and head, I can find it a little bit more challenging to get around my nose area. And this is just nice and sleek and easy to do that. And for me, my third pass is on my neck is more like a cleanup pass. I've got some hairs that grow in weird directions. All right, we're done with that part. I'm gonna rinse the face here. Yeah, very smooth shave with that razor. I think it's pretty efficient for the aggressiveness level. I'm a shaver I am willing to trade off a little bit of efficiency and for comfort. And again, since I shave almost every day, Monday through Friday, I would rather have the comfort than, so I'm not chasing BBS or Baby Butt Smooth. I am looking for a DFS or a damn fine shave. All right, and we'll get the splash going. I just shook it up. The other thing I like about first line shaves is that their splashes are fantastic. They got a lot of great skin food in them. They make my skin feel really good. after the shave. And the scent strength on this is probably a high medium, by the way, if you've made it this far. I didn't mention that earlier, but the scent strength is probably a high medium, so I would give it probably a 7-ish, 7.5 on the scent strength on a scale of 1 to 10, so it's pretty high. So most of their soaps and splashes tend to have a higher scent strength than some of the other artisans out there. I haven't experienced any frag burn or anything as a result of that. I know sometimes artisans are leery of putting too much scent in and scent oils and stuff like that in their soaps for fear of frag burn, and I know that happens out there. I have yet to experience that with First Line Shave. And the other thing that I like is that their scent lasts a long time, typically all day. So it's one of the artisans out there that is up there in the top 2 or 3 for me of producing splashes that are almost more like a cologne and last all day. So anyways, thanks for tuning in today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again on the TRC channel at some point.